Hello dear viewers, you're watching Army TV. This is the 44th Separate Artillery Brigade, and this is the Ukrainian self-propelled howitzer Bogdana.
Gun ready.
Fire!
Loaded up. The gun's solid in battle. No serious issues. Loads fast. Though it's heavy, we're lifting the shells almost shoulder high. You saw it yourself. The higher the angle, the easier it is to load. The lower the angle, the harder it gets. Working with the semi-automatic loader isn't great. When the gunner is adjusting the aim, the autoloader stops working. It's either one or the other. So to keep up the pace, the guys load it manually, while the gunner takes aim. After, I report that the artillery gun is aimed and loaded.
So you can use full auto mode if needed?
Yeah, we can, but it takes time. If, on the other hand, we do it manually, we can fire it every minute. With the auto, it'll take closer to 2.
And what kind of targets are you striking?
Anything that moves, armour, infantry, whatever's out there.
What's the maximum range?
With high explosive shells, by performance characteristics, up to 30. Realistically 27 to 28. If it's rocket assisted, on paper it's 40, but I doubt that it gets that far. Even if it does, it won't land where it should. So realistically, 37 to 38 tops.
What shells do you use?
We mostly use high explosive fragmentation and armor-piercing ammunition, but the fuses let you set it up however you need. Here, let me show you. We set the timing, amount of seconds. It's got multiple safety stages. They all go off in sequence. It only detonates once it's all set and hits the target.
How much does a shell weight? They're all a bit different, right?
On average, between 41.5 and 47 kilograms.
How's your back holding up?
More or less fine.
More or less?
I'm not complaining yet. Our goal is simple. Hit the target with as few shots as possible. That's it. That means we need to reweight the shells, at least some of them. And always weight the gunpowder.
And what kind of powder charge are you using?
Well, the modular ones are the most accurate. The loose powder ones vary in weight, even if they come from the same batch. So to shoot more accurately, it's better to reweight them or store them under identical conditions. If the powder gets damp, it won't fire the same. If it sits in the chamber for too long before firing, it warms and dries up, and that changes the range. So damp powder, less range, while if it's dry, more. Gun ready.
After the crew fires, they pull back and hide the howitzer in a big dugout like this. As you can see, the gun is about 12 meters long, around 3 meters tall, and roughly 2.30 meters wide. Now imagine how much digging it takes to make one of these. Sure, they've got some special equipment that helps the process, but it still takes more than a day. That's for sure.
Before the war, I worked as a driver in Europe. Came back on February 24th, was already here on the 25th.
You were a truck driver in Europe?
Yeah, some have left, some returned.
The whole crew fits in the cabin?
Yup, 5 guys, 3 up front, 2 in the back. This version was made in Czechia on the Tatra 815 base. It's the 7th modification with an armored cabin. So far, FPV drones haven't hit the cabin, only the gun compartment. The mesh took the hit, held together. The engine's air-cooled, no messing around with coolant or antifreeze. You just have to watch the oil level and temperature. Never had it overheat like water-cooled engines sometimes do. It puts out around 320 horsepower and about 2,000 Newton meters of torque. That's plenty of the total weight. 32 tons fully loaded. One special feature, independent suspension. Each wheel works on its own, makes it more stable and helps with climbing through slopes since the gears are lower. And each of the 5 gears, including reverse, has a half step. So you've got 10 main gears and 10 extra low-range ones. 20 forward and 4 in reverse. Takes some getting used to it, but it pays off.
How long have you been working with it?
Almost 2 months now. The first few days were rough, as we only had 45 days of training. That's not much to learn the whole system.
What gun did you use before this?
The FH-70.
How does it compare to the Bogdana? Any pros and cons?
They're really 2 different systems. That one's towed, this one's self-propelled. In terms of quality, the FH is probably built better. But in terms of mobility, the Bogdana is way faster. In and out of the firing position in no time. Real mobile.
What about accuracy?
Both are good. With a new barrel, they both hit spot on. This one's got a bit more range. 52 caliber barrel, compared to 49 on that one. Shorter barrel means less reach. Honestly, I'd love to have an FH at home. Just in case, you know.
To put your mind at ease?
Life's a messy thing. You never know what to expect. And where I'm from, well, things could kick off there too, you could say.
Where are you from?
Vinnytsia Oblast, Mohyliv-Podilsky district.
So border's not too far?
Yeah, we've got one, plus Transnistria nearby. And you know how it is, who knows what could happen.